Всем привет, кто подошел. Женя тебе особенно привет. Привет. В общем, да, у нас такой небольшой разогревчик перед капкомом. Посмотрим на еще. Да, потому что пока что ты в чате один, поэтому тебе отдельный привет. Вот, в общем, у нас еще одна порция Индии. Мы же Индию любим. Мы на Индии еще не насмотрели за эти дни. Вот. А так, до конца Summer Game Fest осталось совсем чуть-чуть. Вот сегодня Горилла 3.5, Капком. И завтра нас ждет внезапно Ubisoft, который говорит, что ничего не будут в июне делать, ничего. Внезапно Ubisoft таки решили подать голос завтра в 7 вечера, если не ошибаюсь, как раз перед Microsoft, выйти в эфир в честь юбилея ассасинов. Вот, поэтому посмотрим, что они там расскажут про ассасинов завтра. И финишная прямая это будет Extended Edition вчерашней презентации Microsoft. Вот, Жень, согласна. Годная Инди. Нам дайте. Годная Инди мы любим. Ужасен, как всегда, неизменный ведущий. И сегодня вместо милой дамы, которая скидывала горшки с цветами со стола,
pop off and
У нас
happen.
другой ведущий.
A bit of history about the Guerrilla Collective. This is the third year of the Guerrilla Collective, and it was organized by the Mix and other publishing partners and friends during the mask flopping, booster shot stabbing shutdown of 2020 to support the game development culture from the vultures and put something together since we can no longer give each other hugs at events. Oh my God. I love the love. You know what I mean? We are developers and enthusiasts supporting other folks in this space and are honored to be here again. Before we get started, we have to give a huge shout out to our illustrious sponsors, PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming, Tencent, as well as our fellow devs and publishers. You see them up here, they're here, all their glory, amazing. Also, salute to the developers who participated in the showcase. They have all contributed their time, blood, sweat, and tears, and resources to make this thing possible. We are just messengers showcasing awesome content. So shout out to our broadcasting partners who are helping us with this content and supporting the showcase. Twitch, Steam, IGN, and of course GameSpot. You guys are amazing.
Yes, and the love continues, so be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective event page on Steam, where you can learn more about the games, buy the games that are available now, and
А то понимаю, что как у нас сегодня что поздновато проходит. Многие баиньки пошли.
Definitely add those games to the wish lists and buy them
дела очень даже
Switch, Steam.
хорошо.
Yeah,
Настроение тоже.
That would really help out the developers. That'd be very friendly.
Там же подтвердили, что персоны вот эти все выпустят на PlayStation. Чё ж мне грустит?
And we'll end our showcase with a glimpse of some titles coming from Japan with a spotlight from our friends at Bit Summit.
Yes.
Ой, же они не говорили. Только ИГН вспоминают.
Blind.
О, да, отличное начало. А что, использовать цензуры, когда бюджета не хватает, неплохое решение. В общем, да, специфическая игра.
Hi, I'm Marco.
And I'm Roman.
At Ironlands, we are big fans of cyberpunk fiction,
Ну, да, скорее всего,
but we have our own ideas of what a cyberpunk world can be. We're making a bright, vibrant world where you live your cyberpunk slice of life.
А просто нужно подождать, когда после конференции студии-разработчики подтвердят полный перечень платформ и даты выхода. Потому что за Team Cherry уже сказали, что их игра выйдет в течение года, хотя сами Team Cherry еще не успели ничего сказать, поэтому ждем дополнительной информации.
But although we're filling the world with interesting things to see and do, we're even more excited by your creativity. You'll customize your apartment, your restaurant, bars and nightclubs, and make choices that will change the lives of the people around
игрушку мы
you.
видели, но она, в принципе, выглядит очень даже симпатично, несмотря на слегка такой специфичный стиль, где пиксели такие проступают.
There is always something
Без
happening
меня
around
видишь,
you. The world is filled with dozens of details that make it feel alive and real.
We can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose to live your life.
Придется Team Cherry заканчивать игру в течение года, все.
Hey boss, time to wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around. We can make this place shine again. If the weather gets bad, we can grow some veg in the greenhouse. Once we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown. So make friends, make enemies. If customers are rude, just turn on the old charm. Or water down their drinks. I'm not your conscience.
Насколько понятно,
This
что
is a
можно будет
world to explore,
свой бизнес
to make
открыть, хоть
stories.
растения
Your stories.
выращивать, хоть кафешку
You
открывать.
ever look up
Ну,
at the
вроде как.
clouds and wonder what's up there? Well,
Ну,
if you
смотрится
dream
очень
big
даже.
enough, maybe you'll find out. Maybe we all will.
Да, рифта, кофе, это хорошая штука.
Welcome
Давай,
to
наливай.
Nivalis.
Теперь тоже кофе захотелось. Я его редко пью. Но тут согласна, она бы не повредила, да. Что-то я не подумала.
We wanted to create a game that will recapture the spirit of play from our childhood and look and feel like you are playing a
А Lost in
cartoon.
Play, это который вдохновлялись
Lost
Gravity
in Play
Falls.
is a feel-good adventure. Play as Toto and Gal to explore dreamscapes and befriend magical creatures.
Вообще выглядит
On
тоже
this
интересно.
journey, they tackle difficult situations that only together they can get out of, using their wits and courage.
Потому что, по идее, такой point-клик приключения, а игры в этом жанре еще и интересно выходят. Не то чтобы часто. Ого, 99 часов в Киберпанке.
We created over
Молодец.
30 different unique and challenging
А я не помню, ты
minigames.
платину получал или вот как раз на пути?
We wanted to create an evolution
А,
of
еще
the
играть,
classic
играть.
point-and-click
Успехов.
adventure games we used to play when we were kids, by making the gameplay much more fluid and natural for modern-day consoles. Making the game feel at home both with the gamepad as well as with a mouse.
Да, это, по идее,
Having young
point-приключения,
kids of
но...
our own, we
На самом
aim
деле,
to
сегодня
create
намного
a game
больше
you can play
показывают
with
эту
your
игру,
entire
прям
family, where adults and
захотелось
children
поиграть.
can enjoy playing together.
Alon Zilon. Fluri oimak. Fluri oimak. Fluri oichak.
We chose to have all the dialogues in gibberish in order to concentrate on visual storytelling. And because it's fun.
И- А тут, как вы рассказывали, что тут,
Allow yourself to
грубо
get
говоря,
lost
игра
in your
без слов, то
imagination.
есть
Allow
все
yourself to get lost in play.
визуально представлено.
Lost in Play will be available for Nintendo Switch and PC
Выйдет на
this
Switch и
summer.
Steam. Да, тарабарщина очень прикольная, забавно озвучена. 25 из 45 трофеев на полпути уже. Так, времени у нас строительство какое-то. The Block. В последнее время все больше и больше встречаю такие медитативные игры на
Welcome
выкладывание
to the
тайлов.
internet world of Glitchbusters. The world of Glitchbusters is currently under attack by mysterious viruses known as glitches.
Ага,
Together
это
with your
шутер
friends,
тот
you will
самый
play
кооперативный.
Glitchbusters in a 4-player, co-op, third-person shooter action game. Your goal is to defeat viruses and glitches, including trolls, like you can see here, on your way to discover the secret behind the virus outbreak and the glitches themselves. During your adventures, sometimes you'll run into certain objects
Вроде
that are
ничего,
out of
так,
your
но
reach.
дизайн главных
In cases like
персонажей уже
these,
очень
you'll want to take
специфичен.
advantage of the magnetic co-op system that defines Glitchbusters. You can stack on top of your allies and reach high locations. By stacking on top of each other here, we can find the switch that allows us to move forward. As you move through Glitchbusters, you'll need to think about creative ways to defeat large groups of villains at once. Take advantage of your surroundings. Work together for the best results. Use the magnetic qual system to climb on top of walls, pipes, as well as to climb on top of your allies. Once you reach a high location, not only can you shoot the enemy, you can also drop down on them in order to destroy them. Here we see the
Возможно, было не очень понятно. Но если это в духе 2048, это было бы, конечно, поинтереснее, чем то, что показали.
You'll also find other AI as you move through the world of Glitchbusters. You'll have other game modes, including this side-scrolling mode here. You'll need to be careful that your allies aren't trying to keep you from collecting the most likes, being sure to dodge obstacles and stay comfortable. As you run into other creatures, listen to what they have to say.
Мне очень даже хорошо выглядел только Мантик, если я правильно помню название. Ну, в Steam не были. Очень хорошие отзывы. А то выглядело скучновато.
Our main goal is to have a game that has players talking amongst themselves and bringing back the feeling of couch co-op that defined many of our childhoods. As a member of the rescue squad, one of your jobs is to collect as many likes as you can. The player who collects the most likes will have the best chance of becoming the MVP at the end of the level. Of course, if you want to keep all the likes to yourself, you can also play this game
надо
entirely
лайки в этой игре собирать. Чем больше лайков,
Glitchbusters will feature a 4-player split screen and local multiplayer as well, so you don't necessarily have to be on the internet to play. Sometimes you'll need to use these special USB keys in order to proceed through the level. Glitchbusters may be a cooperative action game, but every once in a while, it may be in your best interest, or you may simply just be in the mood to throw your allies under the bus. Once you've freed up Cloudy, the manager of the servers here, that will be the end of the stage, and you'll be able to proceed to the next one.
В общем, задумки есть, конечно, интересные игрушки, но... Это так, исключительно в кооператив, побаловаться пару вечеров. Выйдет на консоли и ПК. Так, создать своих юнитов из частей. Еще что-то некроманское. Гараня, привет. Так, можно обзывать своих юнитов, которых создали. Соответственно, брать их под контроль, то зачем мы их создавали? Ага, вот башни улучшать. Снаружи, внутри. Такой Tower Defense со своей изюминкой. Но на самом деле идея интересно довольно выглядит. То есть сначала врагов победи, запчасти собери, новую армию создай, башни дальше обороняй. В общем, выйдет в июле этого года. Некросмит, даже говоришь, что-то на некроманском там. Так, а дальше у нас двухмерный экшончик.
Try that again.
Нео ретро рогалик. Bullet Hell сюда же. Элси. Как так, наверное, читается. В общем, на Switch и Steam заявлено. Так, тут у нас ранее бета. О, трехмерный пошел. Экшон. дизайн как-то, он говорит, на мой вкус, не запоминающийся, довольно простенький. Думаю, как так
Wow,
называется.
Nivalis is
Для
oozing
Steam.
with that cyberpunk style.
It looks so clean, the lighting, and the 3D graphs, dope. The block is looking real fresh and crispy too. We're gonna take a little bit of an intermission because we have an announcement to make. The team at the Mix is
Микрофон
celebrating
как-то
our
ушел в
10th
один
year
канал.
anniversary,
По
and it's
ощущениям.
been quite a ride.
Ведущего.
Putting together showcase broadcasts like this one and in-person events all over the world has been incredible. When I helped to start the Mix, I was a budding developer and entrepreneur, grinding alongside my indie friends, looking to get our teams just a little bit of shine and recognition. Our mission from day one was to blow up amazing indie titles and have the talented folks behind them get some love. We have had the honor of working with some of the best teams, publishers, and partners in the business and are proud to keep that tradition going and flowing through our evolving vision. With this in mind, we are proud to announce the Mix Games, where we will be further partnering with developers and our publishing friends to develop, publish, and create inclusive opportunities for developers to grow.
Пока что
We will
рекламирует
rock
Mix
this out by
Games.
delivering full multi-platform experiences through
Пока ничего
development,
интересного.
financial support, manufacturing, distribution, and marketing help. This is an exciting opportunity we will be teasing now, and we'll have more info later. Let's get back to the show.
Up next, our second stack of games, where we'll be sharing an up-and-coming title from the Humble Games family, and get foxy with an update from a slick animal-based adventure on its release horizon.
Let's roll.
Добро пожаловать в новый дом. Королева, мы ее тоже видели. Оу. Надеюсь, ты недавно сохранился, поэтому много прогресса не потерял. Ну, конечно, очень обидно, когда игры вылетают. Не люблю это. С одной стороны, на вид такое. И тут и фермерство, и веяние Animal Crossing, а с другой стороны, в принципе, мне первый трейлер не понравился, а тут, в принципе, игра выглядит куда симпатичнее, чем казалось. В этот раз поудачнее выбрали кадры. И больше возможностей игры показали. Вот оно что. Ну, хоть предугадать можно попытаться спасти, да, свое прохождение. Но это, конечно, все равно неприятно.
You'll have to face powerful champions from different rounds. Don't expect to defeat them in a single fight.
Помню, у меня одна инди, я просто название не помню. Она вылетала так, что саму консоль, в общем, синий экран вызывала.
You can focus on damage over time. You can use global abilities called edicts. You can weaken enemies and send your powerful leader to finish them.
Все время пошаговая такая игра.
Or you could come up with more creative combinations.
Тоже сталкивался с такими инди. Да, подлые бывают подлые.
Each of your units has its role. be it support, tank or damage dealer. But the way in which it fulfills its role is also important. Different tanks, for example, can control damage in different ways. Some can reduce the damage an enemy does, while others can resurrect during battle, making any health bonus more potent. You can make any combination that fits your playstyle and become one of the Lords of Ravage.
Выйдет на консоли пока.
I'm Eli, the developer of Wanderlost, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at some gameplay.
Так, дальше у нас Wanderlost. Мы тоже видели эту игрушку.
Set in an unusually cheerful post-apocalypse. So you can see here I'm putting the final touches on my base.
Мне кажется, мы ее тоже называли Wanderlost постриг. Не помню уже.
Place a fire pit down so that I can cook inside my base. Stone is going to keep
Начнем
me pretty safe.
строительство базы.
I'm going to place a window here as well so that I can keep an eye on any zombies going by, especially once I get a
И
roof
туда
put in.
много зомби ходит.
That'll keep me a little bit safer. Roofs are what keep the weather off your back, so that can be important. My hunger meter's not doing that great, and I don't have much food stored, so I am going to go and place a couple traps down. There are a lot of different ways to get food in Wanderlost. Placing small traps to catch game like rabbits and squirrels can be really effective if you have the time to wait for them.
Расставлять
Another
ловушки,
really
чтобы
good way to get
кроликов
food is
наловить.
fishing. If you've got the supplies, and I do have the supplies, I actually keep a separate bag containing my fishing supplies, which you saw me switch there. I can just toss a new backpack on in order to switch between different loadouts. So now I've got my fishing backpack on. And you can see those bubbles are where any fish are. That was actually a big part of why I built this base where I did, because it had easy access to a good fishing location nearby. Casting into the deep water, because that's where the larger fish are found. Took me a couple casts, but I did get a good spot with the fish, and we have caught a mackerel. So now that I have the fish, I do need to cook it.
Помню, как 15 минут много времени потратил на рыбалку.
And fire making in
Мне понравилось.
is important for a variety of reasons. Fires are going to keep you warm. Weather is a significant challenge in the game, depending on which biome you build in.
Ну, Женя, ничего не разобрались с этим бандитом. Все еще расследуют. Сложное дело, просто очень сложное.
A lighter is actually one of the easiest tools. They're kind of rare, but you can find them from zombies and in loot. Fire makers don't last forever, so if you have one, it will run out. But you can always craft more. There are primitive tools like hand drills and bow drills. Now I'm just going to cook this fish up. Once I eat this, that's going to improve my health regeneration and it's going to give me a health boost that lasts for maybe about an hour or so in game. And with hunger taken care of, we can focus on other things like expanding our base, exploring some of the abandoned towns, fighting the zombies there, leveling up, and even completing quests for our friends over in Halcyon. Thanks for joining me to take a look at Wanderlost.
Ага, вот и зомбачки подоспели. Самое интересное не показали. Как отогнать зомбачков от дома-то? Так. У нас еще одна очень бюджетная трехмерная игра.
Guess we're taking the ghost out of Ghost Town, huh, kid?
I've always wanted to visit New Orleans, but not like this.
Nice one! That's not my home. That's my hell.
Awesome! 번개를 치다!
A minor chord, just for you.
Укулеле. Забавная игра слов. А, помню эту игру. В общем, цель, соответственно, выбраться из 4 уровней, используя всякие предметы, избегая ловушек, опыт, совсем. Меня, правда, удручает, что разработчики серьезно думают, что сейчас какой-то спрос на сортирный юмор. В общем, Falling на консоли и ПК.
Get ready for the new and awesome edition of Kung Fury Street Rage, a day at the beach. What could possibly be more epic than a true hero? Another hero! Double trouble. Enjoy the breathtaking multiplayer as player 2 joins the fight. Yeah, 2! Because teamwork makes the dream work. Play as
очень ретро. Битэмапчик.
Lifeguard steps in with his singing prowess and oh, that's some nice chest hair, sir. More action, more awesome. This game just has more. Choose your stage. Punch Nazis in the sewers, on the beach, in the Viking Age. Hell, punch Nazis everywhere, all the time. Kung Fury Street Rage. Soon available on a platform near you.
Ой, Эндлинг это про последних лисиц на земле. И нужно замать лисицу, спасти детенышей. Да, очень мило выглядит. В общем, да, надо постоянно за ними глаз да глаз, а то лисят, что-то все хотят слопать, унести. Случайно не Туник или другую игру? А 19 июля выйдет на консоли и ПК. А, эта игра тоже довольно интересно для меня выглядела. Ну, идея была очень даже. В общем, жена Джейка умерла, и он теперь готов пойти на все, чтобы вернуть ее. В общем, как это выглядело на бумаге довольно интересно, а как играется, сколько интересно, ну, я не знаю, конечно. Но идея была любопытная. И, в общем, да, тут мы управляем роем дамочек демонов, чтобы добиться желаемого. А, Spirit of the North, поняла. My Lovely Wife, а там еще есть My Lovely Daughter, если не ошибаюсь. Там уже вроде как мы прибегаем к алхимии, а не к помощи суккубов.
Wow, shout out to Humble Games for Coral Island. That is an exquisite game.
Looks so good. Chef's kisses all around for sure. Shout out to Neon Doctor for holding it down. Make sure to wishlist all of those games, of course, and pick up My Lovely Wife when it is ready and available. For our last segment, we are going to blast through some more games, starting with an update from a deductive wizard simulator. Check out some new takes on the strategy genre, and then catch up with games from our friends at Bit Summit with their anticipated GC 3.5 indie picks.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Вот так вот полное название будет.
Hello there, and welcome to Evil. As your mayor, let me be the first to say, this is a safe place to...
Another mayor dead. They don't last very long around here. This used to be a quiet, peaceful place. Times have changed. These days, no one is safe, not even in their own homes. And the conspirators are to blame. They lurk in the shadows and strike when nobody's watching. However, all hope is not lost. Each one of you possesses remarkable skills that will aid in your quest for justice. Special abilities that not only help you uncover the conspirators, but also prove your innocence. You will have to trap, spy, and even kill to help ensure your survival.
Все, вспомнил.
Why be so lucky?
Мы видели это, там днем надо ловушки расставлять. Это все. А ночью охотиться на нечисть, которая будет за под покровом ночи.
Cast your vote to eliminate the wreakers of havoc and restore order to evil. That's unless you're one of them.
И вроде как там предатели, которых надо вот вычислить, но как раз показывали экзекуцию одного такого подозреваемого. Это. Так, могу ошибаться. И очень давно презентовали, в тот раз лучше рассказывали, что делать. А со временем изометрические. Анимации, правда, у персонажа будет много дубовенько. Рифт, ты пропустил. Ну, охотите. Кофе стоило того, чтобы отойти. Такого прям интересненько, разве что Эндлинг показывали вот про лисичку. А так, в принципе, ничего прям сверхъестественного пока что. Так, еще один выживач с крафтом. Видимо, фишка будет то, что мы сами раскладываем карту из отдельных тайлов. наверное. Каркасон какой-то, да. Так, в смысле, чат только...
In Orcs, your primary goal is to protect your kingdom against the hordes of ruthless Orcses.
А мне тоже интересно, кто балуется. Я ничего не трогала. У меня даже не режим модера, чтобы баловаться галочками. Так, все, не баловаться галочками.
So the only reliable way to get rid of them is to build some more castles. To build something, you need to pick a card from your hand and place it on a map. Be strategic about it. You should always consider from which direction the orcs are planning to attack this time. A castle consists of several parts, so you would need more than one card to complete it. Build it as large as you want.
Это еще больше напоминает каркасон. Только тут еще карточки, защита того, что построил. Еще надо такой Tower Defense, множество механик. Не, это не гармония. То, что было написано, что именно наш аккаунт балуется.
Those are the vaults. If you complete its quest, it may reward you with some new cards you can add to your deck. Deck building is an essential part of Orcs. You'll get the chance to upgrade certain cards, slowly creating a perfect deck that will suit your playstyle.
Много механик смешалось. На вид раскладывания тайлов, карточки и оборона, в общем, все, что хочешь.
So good luck to you, Your Majesty. I would wish you a long reign, but let's keep it real. I can already hear the orcs approaching.
Почему называется Orcs? Демо-версия пока только для Steam. Ну и, в принципе, игра пока на Steam заявлена.
My name is Thomas Waterzooi, and I'm the developer of Please Touch the Artwork. What would happen if
так, у нас теперь игра «Пожалуйста, потрогай картину». Ладно, это что-то свеженькое, новенькое.
All inspired by art movement, the style, and more specifically paintings from Piet Mondrian. Make no mistake thinking this is a serious game that explains every detail of the art of Mondrian. It's more about the enjoyment of the visuals, the music, and the stories behind the paintings, together with a little bit of cozy puzzling. It uses modern art to tell modern stories, both anecdotal, fictitious, and autobiographical, both quirky, lighthearted, and bittersweet.
Game number 1
tells you about the creation of abstract art using a story inspired on the Genesis story from the Bible. Instead of creating the earth, we'll be creating the canvas and primary color. You'll have to add colors and lines to the canvas to reproduce the painting on the left. Let me quickly fast forward so you can see some more of the levels. By the way, all content is procedurally generated.
Game number 2
tells the story of Boogie and Woogie, two squares who just want to be together. But a rapidly growing world is making this harder and harder. You'll have to help Woogie by figuring out how the obstacles influence Woogie's path. It's actually a modern Romeo and Juliet adaptation that addresses racial inequality. You choose an entrance and Woogie automatically moves forward. The color blocks will then change Woogie's direction.
А тут нужно создавать пути, в общем, такой, на любителя.
Game number 3.
It's a visual poem about moving to the big city, full of excitement and high hopes, only to be overwhelmed with mixed emotions, from joy and excitement to feeling homesick and missing your friends and family. Please Touch the Artwork is all about relaxing. There's no time pressure, no skills required. You can play in short sessions. The game doesn't punish you, but engages you to try out stuff to progress, by trial and error, which is a metaphor for the creative process. The game won Best Art at Tokyo Game Show, Most Impact at Brazilian Indie Developer Game Conference, and was featured by Eurogamer and news outlet The Guardian in the top 20 games from 2022 so far. It's also nominated as a finalist for the Apple Design Awards. So I'm very grateful for that, and I hope it might convince some of you to buy and play it. Oh yes, indeed! It's already available now on Steam, Apple App Store and Google Play, and it will be released on Switch early this summer.
Не, ну это готи, конечно, это заявочка.
And a little exclusive secret, it will be coming to VR as well.
И это еще на VR выйдет? Ладно. Чем бы еще в VR заняться, действительно. Ладно. Это какая-то очень специфичная. Я хотела сказать Мусану, что для Муса маловато врагов, поэтому просто экшена как будто... Ну, в анимации кадров очень сильно не хватает персонажам. Жень, ну готи брать надо. Еще дешево берут. Варвариан. Ладно, это было слишком... Следующая специфическая вещь. Research is Destroy. Странно, я была уверена, что она уже вышла. Решили просто напомнить о ней. Рип, ты не туда кидаешь. О, геймпасс. Так, даже ниндзя Ордай. 100 уровней обычных и еще есть процедурно генерируемых. Пять персонажей. В общем, прямо ретро доповела. Так, у нас тут Дэмиан, который 10-летний мальчик, который недавно переехал в Японию. Ага, и чтобы справиться со стрессом за переездом, он представляет себя супергероем-метеором. Понятно. В общем, пошаговая РПГшка. О, Егор все-таки баловался. Привет, привет. Так баловался, что все заглючило, да? Рифт, ты добрый. Отдыхай, Егор.
We're back. Much gratitude to John Davis and the Bit Summit team for sharing their picks for GC3.
Yes, I cannot wait to go back to Bit Summit.
I can't wait to go back to Kyoto. It's been too long. That concludes the Guerrilla Collective 3.5. Thanks once again to our sponsors and broadcasting partners for their support. PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming, and Tencent. Thank you also so much, Twitch, GameSpot, Valve, and IGN for hosting the stream.
Yeah, and be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective event page on Steam, where you can learn more about these games, buy the games that are available now, or add the games that are not available to your wish lists.
Как раз поспешно на свежую голову посмотреть. И геймплей, если их покажут.
Media One, and of course, Wilmer Sound, my amazing co-host. Thank you so much. It's been so long.
It has. Thank you, Justin.
Yes. And where can we find you and the team?
Yes, you can find us on Instagram at Wilmer Sound or on Twitter at Real Wilmer Sound.
Definitely check out Wilmer Sound. Also, once again, my name is Justin Woodward, co-founder of The Mix. You can follow Guerrilla Collective on Twitter at Guerrilla Collect, everywhere else at Guerrilla Collective, and The Mix on Twitter at Indie Exchange, and everywhere else at Media Indie Exchange. Thank you so much for joining us. This concludes Guerrilla Collective 3.5 and 3.
А что нам до
We will see you
Капкома
really
делать?
soon.
Давайте дальше. Индюшки. Чушь. Жадничать. И кто так строит? Целый час перерыва.
You most likely won't be able to write it again anytime soon. It takes quite a long time to build that meter up again, so just perform a mounted Punisher instead.
Learned your lesson?
You can deal extra damage to an enemy and perform a knockback by timing your Wyvern riding emergency evades just right. Think of it as a parry performed right when an attack would have otherwise hit you. You start out with all 14 weapon types already in your item box, which you can find all over Kamora Village. While there, make an item loadout to easily unload and restock between quests, which you should do every time. Check out the craft list at the box to craft without having to move items to the pouch and make useful stuff like mega potions and armor skin. Then make sure to configure and use your radio menu for commonly used consumables. You can even set to craft from your radio menu. As you hunt monsters, you'll fill out your hunter's notes, which tell you a monster's weaknesses and the best way to get the particular material you're after, whether it's by killing and carving, breaking a certain part, or capturing. You can also find tutorials for each weapon here. Then head to the training area, the best place to practice, experiment, and get to know a weapon, because button mashing just won't cut it for Monster Hunter Rise. Get there by taking the dinghy in the Buddy Plaza. Then you'll be able to fast travel there with ease. To shave off a few minutes of each quest, you can capture a monster as soon as this blue icon appears below it. Or when your Palico says it's time, by putting down a trap and throwing a few trank bombs at its face. Though you can learn this if you do the optional tutorial quest. There's another benefit. Capturing some monsters will occasionally unlock new weapon schematics too. Just about everything is more valuable as a crafting component than it's worth to sell, even if it's not apparent now, so gather everything you pass in the field and keep all of your quest rewards. Even golden fry, for example, can be used to make equipment eventually. The exception, however, is items that are marked as fetches a good price, which you can easily find by auto-sorting your inventory. Sell all that crap as soon as you can. The Argosy's rare finds can be purchased for Kamora points and sold for a high price, too. Some items are exclusive to certain locales, like Icium in the Frost Islands and Eroded Husk in the Sandy Plains, so make a specific point to gather from new locations if you haven't been there before. Armor spheres increase armor's defense, but hold on to these until you craft a piece you know you'll want to keep for a while. Basically, just don't use them on your starting gear. Most materials can be picked up by everyone in a party, but some endemic life, like the puppet spiders and whale nard hunting helpers, can only be picked up by one person at a time. However, endemic life, mining nodes, and other materials will respawn over time. The Argosy and Meowcenaries, though extremely vital side activities to keeping your inventory stocked with important items, also serve another purpose. They're the only way to find some exclusive materials that unlock cool and flashy new armor
Да,
and
там
weapons,
350
which we
плюс,
won't
ну,
show you
там
here
такое
because
очень долго.
spoilers. Your Palicos and
Платина.
Palamutes will learn skills as they level up, but you have to equip them at the buddy board. Though wearing multiple pieces of the same set will grant you a bonus to elemental resistances, it's okay to mix and match. Especially after you reach high rank, you may want to mix different pieces together to find a combo of armor skills that match your playstyle and weapon of choice. For example, Khezu Waist and Legs have Focus and Slugger. Great for hammers and hunting horns, but if you're not fond of the skills on the rest of the set, find something else. As you explore each location, keep an eye out for relic records, also called old messages. There are 60 in total, and it's worth noting that the best way to spot one is on foot. So while riding a Palamute might get you places faster, consider taking the slow route to your next destination to find secrets. Even blunt weapons like hammers need to be sharpened with a whetstone. A dull weapon will bounce, leaving you wide open to attack and deal less damage. The control layout of Monster Hunter Rise is super customizable. My favorite options to tweak are button hold settings to make it faster to mount Palamutes, dash settings so I can press the L stick once to continuously dash, and the camera distance to see my
наверное, пока
surroundings better.
прервемся, потому
You
что
can
целый
also
час,
change the camera style to
если бы
automatically
еще
follow
был
the target
хотя бы
once you're
Егор
logged
или
onto it with the
кто-нибудь,
R stick. You might hit the village
можно
hub
было
credits, but there's
посидеть, а так...
significantly more game, monsters, and story after that, so keep going.
Мне просто очень долго переключаться, чтобы
I can tell you an
что-нибудь более
unlimited list
интересное
of tips for
показать.
Monster
Ну,
Hunter
имею в виду
Rise,
там
but for
тоже,
more, you'll
тоже
have to check
консоли,
out our
что-нибудь.
full Monster Hunter Rise wiki on IGN.com.
Вот.
You can also see this concise beginner's
Да,
guide
целый
and
час
tips to
Monster
conquering
Hunter —
the
это
rampage.
перебор.
But for everything else,
В общем,
stick
да,
with
давайте пока
IGN.
на часик перерыв, и у нас час ночи будет капком, поэтому далеко не уходите, не разбегайтесь. Буду очень рада вас видеть. Вот. А пока что не прощаюсь. Скоро вернемся.